I hope you're having a great day. So, I noticed my first tulip emerging. Let's take a look. It's really short, but it's really far in the ground and the stems continually grow, so I'm not worried about it. My first year doing tulips, I was so worried because they were so short, and I pulled them out and I had a few short stems, you know. I had long ones too, but I had some short stems. But by the time you pull the bulb out of the ground, if you put them, you know, 6 inches deep, or maybe you don't, maybe you put them 3 inches deep. I did both. So the ones up here that are so tall are probably 3 or 4 inches deep. And on down there, they're 6 inches deep. But honestly, if you add 6 inches to those, they probably have longer stems than the ones I planted not as deep. So, but these up here weren't planted as deep, and that one is really short. So it might just be a shorty. But I noticed on some of the fancy tulips, you see the bud for quite a while before it gets to the stage of picking. And it actually gets bigger and develops quite a bit more. So that baby's starting. I'm excited to see what it does. It's the first one. Maybe we'll put a little tag by it, just so we know. That's the first one. Let's see. Chiquita Bordeaux. Yay! But right now, I think I get to work on planting some more Lisianthus today. Okay, so it is super windy outside. I thought I would just come in real quick and talk to you. It's gonna be a good start. I can see like shadows on the wall and I can hear myself echoing even though I have all the curtains up and some furniture. So I thought it would be a very quick video to kind of test out my lighting and my sounds and just see if I can find a lighting strategy that I like. So anyway, a lot of things happened today, yay! So I've almost filled my entire row of Lisianthus and I have 7 trays left. And I'm guessing that only 2 more trays will fit under the hoops, which also means under the frost cloth, which also means under the shade cloth. So it's really, really hot out today and I was baking. I mean, I think I'm getting a little bit of sun here. And I thought, oh no, my poor little baby seedlings, like this is far too hot and too much sun. But since I had the frost cloth up, I just put it down the side that the sun was shining on and it gave them instant shade. So I think that's gonna work, which is amazing. So I went ahead and I covered half of the snapdragon row with the frost cloth as well. And I think I'm going to have to use my old, which I know you're supposed to rotate your crops every year anyway. I mean, I do and I don't. So we'll see how they do this year, but I might have to end up putting some ranunculus, Lisianthus, and snapdragons over in my other row under my other hoops with frost cloth. So what will happen is I'll end up using that entire row up, I'm sure, and then I will have to find another place for the remaining snapdragons. But we'll see how it goes. I keep doing successions of snapdragons, so eventually I know I'm gonna run out. I don't know if I'll run out with the remaining Lisianthus and the ranunculus and have to like make hoops this week, or if I'll be able to get all the ranunculus, Lisianthus, and the snapdragons I've started so far in the ground. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm sure I could go, I know I could go calculate out the space. As a matter of fact, I think I have a map with the space and the number of plants. But, you know, sometimes you toss a seedling or a seedling breaks or just something happens. So I'm really just going to get this stuff in the ground. And when I run out of space, I'm gonna figure out what to do. Another piece of exciting news today, and I will take you outside and show you. You won't be able to hear me outside. My friend came and tilled up those 2 spaces next to my new cold frame greenhouse. So it's all tilled, it's ready to go. I'm gonna have to put landscape fabric out. I'm gonna have to design how I want it to be because I did add another plot and I'm kind of changing it all around. The one plot was gonna be all zinnias, and now I think I might do roses over there, which means the layout of it is going to change somewhat. So have some thinking to do on that. But anyway, I'm gonna go I'll show you how I've shaded my plants so they're not getting too much sun, and I'll show you how far I've gotten with the Lisianthus. It is really getting just so hot, and I know it's not good to water plants in the afternoon, and when you're putting seedlings in the ground, you're watering them in. But if I give them shade, will they be okay? There's always all these questions. But anyway, I might just take an hour or 2 off. I need to get some stuff from in town, and then maybe I'll come back tonight and put a couple trays in, and then I'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay, so I decided to fix my fence so that I had 2 handles and I could easily take them apart and get in it easier. And then I got some clips from home. We had some clips for our pool tarp that we don't use anymore, and I thought, well, maybe they'll help keep it up a little bit through the night. It's supposed to be really windy tonight, but I want him to get air. I just don't want him to get too much sun. So that was my solution to that. And I didn't get anything else planted because I was running around and I talked to a few people, and just how it goes sometimes. Okay, I was out here thinking about what I need to do. It's a good thing I stop to think sometimes. So this fabric is all 6-inch spacing, where my snapdragons are all 9-inch spacing. So it wouldn't work too well to put Lisianthus in it. But ranunculus actually can go 9 inches apart. But anyway, so I am gonna have to think about that a little bit. I think I'm gonna call it a day. But I do want to put Lisianthus in 6-inch spacing holes, and then I will put my ranunculus and snapdragons over there. Last year I had that entire row full of snapdragons. The row right next to it is also 9-inch spacing, and I had celosia in it, so I might actually do some of my snapdragons in it this year, right next to the other snapdragons. And then when the ranunculus come out, then I can also do my successions of snapdragons. So I think that'll work out really well. And I just grew too many Lisianthus. Just kidding. I love having this many Lisianthus. I think I probably just need a few more hoops and I'd be set. So I'm gonna think about what I need to get that done. I might need to get a hoop bender. Last time we bent these just going around our table, which if I only needed about 3 or 4 more hoops, I might be able to do that, but I'm also gonna have to run to the hardware store, which is in Des Moines, to get this kind of piping, and then the rebar that's 4 foot, because I don't wanna have to cut it again. Well, actually my dad cut it last time, but if I can just get it, it'd be easier, and put it in the ground and then go on down this row. So that's probably what I'm gonna have to do for my remaining Lisianthus, or just coddle them until our frost date and put them straight into the field. We will see what happens in Marsh's garden. Yay, I'm emptying some of the tables. That's good. So I have 1 more tray of Lisianthus, and then I think I'll start on doing ranunculus and then snapdragons, and then hopefully I'll come back around to the newest table that came out. And I'll probably call it a day today. I got to thinking about these spaces, and I need to plan something out and figure out if I need some more landscape fabric, and also figure out how, or if we need to have a path to get around to mow or if we can just go from one side to the other. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna think about all those things and call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. Dang it, I missed some flowers today, but they're really tiny. Maybe next year they'll be taller.